What's up, guys? Welcome back to Heavyweight Nation. World Team Trials seeds just dropped a couple of hours ago, actually. I mean, we'll just kind of go through those, let you guys know what to look forward to, some big matchups there. But, we'll just get started with 61 kilos. Obviously, fan favorite guy, DeSanto, pulled the one seed after his win over Seth Gross at the U.S. Open. Obviously, Vito sitting in final X at this weight. DeSanto will be your one seed, Seth Gross your two seed, Dayton Fix your three seed, Nashawn Garrett your four seed, Nathan Tomasello the five seed, Joe Colon the six seed, and Aiden Valencia the seven. As crazy things as I've said, top six guys could make it to Final X. I
Sure.
think realistically we'll go with the top three guys. If I had to pick one dark horse, it'd be Nashawn Garrett. I think he just has that X factor. Obviously, we saw him tech Nathan Tomasello in 14 seconds. That doesn't happen very often. I think
Right.
the principled pick here would be Dayton Fix. DeSanto's just been showing out recently, so it'd be him. And, if Gross puts together a good tournament, he could very well win it. I think we both went with Gross last time. I'm keeping that pick.
Me too. Yeah.
All right.
61 is such a deep weight class. I mean, really anything could happen. But like we said before, Gross has shown that he can bounce back and beat guys that he previously lost to. I mean, but on the same side, like DeSanto's looked really good lately, and I mean, Gross is going to have to beat Fix to make it to the finals. So I mean, it's going to be a war, and I think really any of those six guys. I mean, Cologne is a former world medalist, and he's the sixth seed to make it out of here. So I mean, I think anything can happen, and I wouldn't be surprised if any of those top six guys make it through.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Moving forward to 92 kilos, Colin Moore, who I think pretty much everyone expected to be sitting in Final X after the U.S. Open, got teched in the finals against Machiavello, and Mach just won the Pan American Championship. So Colin Moore, Nate Jackson, Zahid Valencia. All three of these guys were in Final X last year.
Yeah, crazy to think.
Colin Moore lost to Kyle Snyder. Can't do much about that. Nate Jackson lost to Jaden Cox. Again, can't do much about that. And Zahid Valencia lost to David Taylor. There we go. I think it's between these three guys. Obviously you have Eric Schultz, J.I.L.O., Morgan McIntosh, guys coming out of retirement pretty recently. Tanner Sloan, National Finalist, and Sam Mitchell, who wrestles for Buffalo. You could pick either of these three guys. I'd be completely fine with it. I think if
Right.
Moore's healthy, he takes it. That's just going to be my take on this.
Yeah, I would agree. I think Moore's definitely the favorite here, especially in international style. I think he wrestles a lot better. And I mean, Nate Jackson and Zahid are really tough. I mean, one of them are going to have to beat each other to make it through. But once again, I mean, I honestly would take Nate Jackson over Zahid in the semis, but that's just me.
I think I agree. I also haven't seen Zahid wrestle 92, so I don't know. Because in a one-match series, he was competitive with David Taylor.
Yeah.
The time the second match came, then it was a problem. So up at 92, hopefully his weight class isn't too bad. So I don't know. I think Moore kind of gets the cop out here,
Mhm.
which is why I think he's going to get the final X.
Right.
125 kilos. Obviously, you have the man Gable Stevenson sitting in final X. Cruise through everyone pretty easily. You have Nick Wisdowski as the one seed, Mason Paris as the two seed, Wyatt Hendrickson as the three seed, Don Bradley as the four seed, Ty Walls as the five, Demetrius Thomas as the six, and Tony Cassiope as the seven. Just off the bat, I don't think five, six, or seven have a chance. That's just where I'm going to put this. Don Bradley has been in the mix, but I think his age is getting to him. Not entirely sure if he can really compete with the top of top guys. Obviously just won Pan Am World, fantastic wrestler. I think heavyweight's just evolving. I think at 35 years old, it's just going to be hard to compete, but he could definitely pull some stuff out of his back pocket. Knock one of these guys off. Hendrickson was up big on Mason Paris before he, I think Paris is crazy, 20 unanswered points or whatever.
Yeah.
Paris has beaten Gwizdowski in the past, but at the 2021 World Team Trials, it wasn't close. But Paris did state he had an injury. Came back to beat Kirk Fleet. Can he come back to beat Gwiz? I don't know. It's one match. I think Gwiz is a great game planner, so the best of three is hard. The one match might be where you can get away with something. So I think Mason Paris can do it. I wouldn't be surprised if Gwiz does it, though, or if Hendrickson takes out Paris for that matter.
I agree. I think Hendrickson is offers a lot of danger, especially in one match. I mean, he's going to let it rip, and I think if he at least catches something, I mean, he could pose a big threat to Paris. But overall, I mean, Guiz is, he's been through it all. He knows how these guys wrestle now. He's just wrestled them a bunch, so I mean, like he's just a veteran, and he knows how to win matches, how to win close matches. So I mean, it'll be very interesting to see who breaks through into the finals. But like we were saying, I think how that heavyweight is starting to evolve. I think it favors Paris mostly because he's just quick, he can move, he's strong, and I think eventually he wins this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it either way, as I said. Um, Moving to women's at 55 kilos, I think 50 and 53 have already been set. So 55, Jakara Winchester, 2019 world champ. Lauren Mason at the 2. And then, no, I was being completely honest, I think it's just between them. But you have Ariana Villahuesca at the 3, Amanda Martinez at the 4, Jocelyn Gallegos at the 5, Gabrielle Skidmore at the 6, Virginia Ford at the 7. I think it's between Jakara Winchester and Lauren Mason. I think Jakara is going to turn it up and put on a beating.
I agree. I mean, I feel like, I mean, she's, why wouldn't she be the favorite to win this? I feel like, I mean, I think she's going to convincingly roll through.
Yeah, 100%. Moving forward to 59 kilos, the winner faces Michaela Beck at Final X, Maya Nelson, Jennifer Page, Brenda Reyna at the 3, Abigail Nettie at the 4, Bridget Duty at the 5, Alex Hedrick at the 6, Lexi Basham at the 7, Savannah Cosme at the 8, Maya Nelson versus Jennifer Page. Wouldn't be surprised whoever takes this. I think wouldn't look past the Page upset here.
No, I would agree too. I think it's going to be close, but I wouldn't be surprised if either wins.
Yeah. Uh, Moving forward to 68 kilos, Alexandra Glaude at the 1, Katarina Lang at the 2, Emma Bruntil at the 3, Solon Piercy at the 4, Anna Luciano at the 5, Chloe Ogden at the 6, Marilyn Garcia at the 7, Caitlin Albrecht at the 8. I think it's between Glaude and Bruntil here. I think Glaude takes it.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think Glaude lost to Forrest Molinari at the U.S. Open, forces it in Final X. Obviously, Tamara left to go to WWE, and the weight class is just undergoing some change. I think Glaude gets to Final X. So I would still say Forrest probably wins that there.
Yeah.
76 kilos. I mean, this is a fun weight class.
Yeah, it really is.
Adeline Gray obviously has owned this weight class for over a decade. Finally got knocked off by Kennedy Blaze. She's sitting in Final X, right? I said this. I don't know if she can do it, but I'm not going to be the one to bet against Adeline Gray here.
No.
You have her at the 1, Yelena McCoy at the 2, Diamond Guilford at the 3, Kelly Walker at the 4, Tristan Kelly at the 5. All 5 of these people have had international competition at the senior level, right?
Yep.
Precious Bell at the 6, Ashley Lakis at the 7, and Skylar Groot at the 8. I mean, I don't know what happens. I'm taking Adeline Gray, and you will not convince me otherwise.
No, I mean she's been through everything. She's won so much. I mean, why wouldn't she win this? I mean, I think she wants to set up a rematch with Blades. I mean, it wasn't close the first time, but she's a vet. She knows how to
Yeah.
win, so she's gonna make it close.
Yeah, I mean, I think Blaze is coming to her own. I'm not entirely sure if she can get that back. But, I mean, moving on to Greco, 55 kilos. You have Dalton Duffield at the 1, Ken Russell at the 2, Billy Sullivan at the 3, Jacob Cochran at the 4, Terso Lara at the 5. I mean, I think Duffield dominates here. Phenomenal showing at the Pan American Championships.
Yeah.
Nothing much for me to say. I think it's pretty easily him.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. Moving forward to 60 kilos, you have Ildar Fizov at the 1, Leslie Foonfinger at the 2, Max Black at the 3, Dylan Kuntz at the 4, John Garuli at the 5, Randon Miranda at the 6, Philip Hooney at the 7. I'll take Ildar here. I think it might be. I'm not entirely sure how close it is. I think he solidified himself. I think it's Dalton Roberts. Won in a very close match sitting in Final X. So I'll take Ildar.
Yeah.
Moving forward, 63 kilos, Sam Jones, Dunn Gregerson at the 2, Xavier Johnson at the 3, Savion Haywood at the 4, Corbin Nerschel at the 5. Sam Jones, I'm going to go with here. I think, he's been, obviously a little bit of a high flyer there. I think he gets there,
Yeah.
bro. 67, Jesse Theoki at the 1, Alejandro Sancho at the 2, Chase LaJoy at the 3, David Stepanian at the 4, Joel Adams at the 5, Nicholas Leonetti at the 6, right? Jesse Theoki should be the favorite here. Alejandro Sancho could also be the guy. Theoki beat Sam Jones for the world team spot last year. Sancho is a returning Olympian. Joel Adams pinned Alejandro Sancho. So the weight class is kind of a whole shit show here. I think Jesse Theoki just prevails as the 1 seed here.
Yeah.
Maybe Sancho gets his get back. 72 kilos, Pat Smith at the 1, Noah Washmuth at the 2, Jack Irvine at the 3, Michael Hooker at the 4. I think Pat Smith here, he lost to Justice Scott, I want to say, in the finals. He's in the final legs. I think Pat Smith gets his back very easily, and I think he might get revenge over Justice Scott at final X. Moving forward to 77, I think this is a fun weight. The winner will face Kamal Bey at final X, and Kamal Bey has kind of been, after D'Angelo Hancock left, just the poster guy for Greco wrestling in the U.S.
Yeah.
You have Alexander Kikano. I think he's in his mid 40s. Actually, lost to Kamal Bey in the U.S. Open Finals. Fantastic tournament from him though. Peyton Jacobson at the 2, Berkey Paddock at the 3, Jesse Porter, familiar name, at the 4, Rayvon Perkins at the 5. I think I'll go with Kikano to win this again. I think Jesse Porter could definitely run through the final legs, and he's had Bay's number in the past, so should be a fun one.
Yeah.
82, I mean, you can talk about this a bit. I think Ben Provisor kind of runs away with this.
Yeah, I mean, he's been a guy he's been around for a while now, and I think he's shown before that he wins big matches, and I think he comes back and looks really good this weekend. So
Yeah, I agree. He lost to Spencer Woods in a match where kind of ran through him at Final X last year. I think he gets it back this year, and I think obviously make the necessary adjustments. He should be in a good position to win at Final X.
Yeah.
87 kilos, Alan Vera sitting in Final X. I'll say right now, I don't think Alan Vera gets touched. We have John Stefanowicz, Zach Barnagle, Tim Young, Jordan Lara, Richard Carlson. I'm between Stefanowicz or Barnagle here. I think Barnagle lost to Vera, but got back to third at the U.S. Open. Then Stefanowicz lost to Vera in the finals pretty dominantly. I may be calling for an upset and say Barnagle here, but I think Stefanowicz would be the guy, 2020 Olympian, beat Joe Rao for the world team spot.
Yeah, I would say Stefanovic just because he's been there and he knows he knows how this goes. So I would say that he's the favorite to win. But like you said,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if Bronigal knocks him off.
yeah, 9-7, Joe Rao sitting in Final X. Don't think Joe Rao gets touched. I think he wrestles Nick Boykin, the 1 seed, again at Final X, and I think it goes just as dominantly as it did before. There were some other names who could have been in here, such as Braxton Amos, who I think could have made things somewhat interesting. But, obviously, Amos is near. We have Christian Delaney as the 2, Brendan Marshall as the 3, Cade Lout as the 4. I think Boykin gets to the finals and wins this again.
Yeah.
Moving forward to 130, I think this is the weight class a lot of people are interested about. No Ruan. Obviously, I don't think he qualified.
No.
But Adam Kuhn at the 1, Tanner Farmer at the 2, Donnie Longendijk at the 3, Brandon Metz at the 4, Daryl Aiello at the 5. Adam Kuhn, Tanner Farmer, who comes between. Kuhn won their last meeting. I think that's how it goes again. I think there's a lot of adjustments that need to be made if he wants to get back to the top and compete with a guy like Colton Schultz, is what I'm going to say. Not entirely sure if he can do it. I think the time off might have put him that one step behind where Schultz just started to pull ahead, and I'm not entirely sure he's going to let that go.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. Kuhn, I mean, I think he walks through this tournament, but I mean, at the same time, I think Schultz is so good, especially at Greco. I mean, it'll be a fun match to watch, but I don't think it changes much.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure about that either. But, obviously with Schultz sitting in Final X, I mean,
Yeah.
it's weird to see Conan's challenge tournament. That's all I'm going to say. But, yeah, we went through all the seats for the World Team Trials. May 20th, 21st is when it goes on. Winner will book their ticket to Final X, and Final X will be on June 10th in Newark, New Jersey at the Prudential Center. So, drop any question or comments below. See you guys again next time.